Hello, Wellness Check Wednesdays community. We wanted to take a moment to remind you that while our podcast serves as a safe space for open discussions and sharing experiences, we are not mental health experts. This podcast is a platform for you to express your thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a judgment-free zone. Our aim is to foster connection, provide support, and create a sense of community. It's crucial to acknowledge that we are not a substitute for professional mental health advice or treatment. If you or someone you know is dealing with mental health challenges, we strongly encourage seeking guidance from qualified professionals. Remember, reaching out to mental health experts can make a significant difference. If you ever feel the need, don't hesitate to connect with a licensed therapist, counselor, or healthcare professional.
This is the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast, a share space, a judgment-free zone, a place to meet and discuss our mental health. So let's check in.
Well. Here we are again on a nice, wonderful, and beautiful Wednesday afternoon, episode 66 of the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast. And we encourage each and every week on this mental health journey that we are on to always and forever
Let's check in.
All right. You should know my voice by now. I go by the moderator of the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast. My name is Brian Livingston, and we're going to go on this mental health journey together. We're going to go start off first by way of Cleveland, Ohio, my man, Edwin Vereen.
Be live. By the time everyone hears this, it'll be Mother's Day. Shout out to everybody that got their moms that's living. Love them, take care of them, and cherish them for as long as you can. But be live. Guess what I saw today?
What did you see?
I saw the Carolina Panthers, the schedule release.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out after we finish recording because got to plan some things because I'm not gonna let this football season go by without going to a game. I'm just saying it's gotta happen.
And then on top of that, be live. There's not a cloud in the sky, and it is nice up here in Northeast Ohio. Just check back with me in about 20 minutes. All right.
Gotcha. Also, we're going to come back to Fayetteville, North Carolina to introduce the other originator of the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast, my man, Kevin Marshall. How you doing, sir?
Dusty, tired, but still kicking, surprisingly.
Making sure Fayetteville is beautiful and well trimmed and all the things and doing what it do. And so we're very thankful to have you here. Do want a quick shout out to one of our mainstays to the program, B3, my man Brad. I believe he is on assignment. Work is work and will always be working, But yes, we wish him the very best. And I want to also echo the sentiments that Edwin started off with. So wish to each and everyone a happy Mother's Day. To those, and we honor those that are still with us, honor those that have gone before us. And we're extremely thankful for all the guidance and support and love that we have gotten from our mothers and those that carrying on the legacy of mothers of today and the future mothers and all the things. We much appreciate the women that are in our lives. So,
and to even take it one step further, the mothers that ain't our biological mothers that stepped into that role of being our mothers.
Oh,
happy Mother's Day.
Very much so. So I definitely, and I know that is a big thing for those mothers that have adopted, those that are unable to carry and stuff like that, we honor them as well because they serve a very important role into the upbringing of society. So we definitely want to honor them. We want to honor them not just on Mother's Day, but every day. Um, so we definitely want to acknowledge that. With that being said, we're going to dive into our topic for this week's podcast. And Edwin was he threw this out here, and it's definitely something that applies very much to my life. Kev, you are also very much into this. Every time I ride with you, music is a very big thing, and so we are going to talk about how music affects our mental health. Music, the sound, the tune, the rhythm is a very big part of everyday life. It drives pretty much everything that we do, whether it be what we watch on television, what we listen to on the radio, passing by on the road, even at work, taking a break, all the things where music is applied to our everyday life. And so I'm going to pass the mic on over to Edwin as he opines a little bit further, brings a little research into this week's topic. Edwin, the floor is yours.
I want to get on the mic before we get to. Oh, my bad. My bad. I had a flashback DJ mode in my bad, man. To knock some. Anyways, we're talking about music, and so let's not gallywag and a lot of games. Go and get into it. All right. Music has a unique way of reaching parts of us that words alone can't touch. Whether it's a soft piano melody that helps us process grief, or a favorite upbeat track that lifts us out of a dark mood. Music has the power to shift our emotional landscape, can calm anxiety, reduce stress, and even help regulate our breathing and our heartbeat. For many, music becomes a form of therapy, an emotional anchor, excuse me, an emotional anchor in moments of chaos. Scientific studies back this up as well too, showing that music too can trigger some dopamine release. The brain feels good. The brain's feel good chemical. You remember what I said last week? Be live. Sometimes you see words is not there. um, but beyond the science is personal. A certain song can feel like it understands you when no one else does. So the next time you're feeling low, don't underestimate the healing in a song. Sometimes it's the lifeline that you didn't know that you needed. All right. So B Lab just pulled it up. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right. And this article comes from verywellmind.com. They have some pretty good stuff as well, too. And it is entitled How Listening to Music Can Have Psychological Benefits. It is a research-backed reasons why listening to music can feel so good. And as it says in the article, and as I mentioned earlier, listening to music can be entertaining, and some research suggests that it might even make you healthier. Music can be a source of pleasure and contentment, but there are many other psychological benefits as well. Music can relax the mind, energize the body, and help people manage pain better. The notion that music can influence your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors probably does not come as much of a surprise. If you've ever felt pumped while listening to your favorite fast paced rock anthem or some funk music, or been moved to tears by a tender acoustic performance, then you easily understand the power of music to impact moods and even inspire action. So, be loud. Let's scroll down this here a little bit. They got a few bullet points. As they say, like, was it? I think it's like 5 or 10 reasons of why to. All right, here we go. Number one, it says music can improve cognitive performance. Research suggests that background music or music that is played while the listener is primarily focused on another activity can improve performance on cognitive tasks in older adults. One study found that playing more upbeat music led to improvements in processing speed, while both upbeat and downbeat music led to benefits in memory. So let's scroll down to the next one. Number two, music can reduce stress. It has been long suggested it has long been suggested that music can help reduce or manage stress. Consider the trend centered on meditative music, created to soothe the mind and inducing relaxation. Fortunately, this is one trend supported by research. Listening to music can be an effective way to cope with stress. Research has found that listening to music has an impact on human stress response, particularly the we're gonna call it HPA because that's a big old word, and axis and the auto, autonomic nervous system. It's a lot of big words, but you get it. All right. So let's go ahead and scroll down to the third one. Music can help you eat less. Hmm. I don't know. Sometimes I'm at my desk and I'm snacking on pretzels. I'm not even thinking about food. But anyway, see, that's what I'm saying. One of the most surprising psychological benefits of music is that it might be a helpful weight loss tool. If you're trying to lose weight, listening to mellow music and dimming the lights might help you achieve your goals. One study found that listening to music at its original tempo was associated with normal eating pace. Speeding up or slowing down the tempo resulted into higher food intake. Be like I had no idea about that. Scroll down some more. Wow. Hey, number four, music can also improve your memory. Many students enjoy listening to music while studying, but is that a great idea? Some feel like listening to their favorite music as they study improves memory, while others contend that it simply serves as a pleasant distraction. It may help, but it also depends on various factors, including the type of music the listener enjoys of that music, and even how musically well trained the listener may be. In one study, musically naive students learn better when listening to positive music, possibly because these songs elicted a more positive emotions without interfering with memory information. Let's go down some more. Be live. We got anything left? It says music can help manage pain. Research has shown that music can be very helpful in the management of pain. One study of fibromyalgia patients found that those who listen to music for just 1 hour a day experience a significant reduction in pain compared to a controlled condition. Let's see, do we have any more else on this list here? Music can help you sleep better. Insomnia is a serious problem that affects people of all age groups. While there are many approaches to treating the problem, research has demonstrated that listening to relaxing music can be a safe and effective and affordable remedy. One review of research found that music had a beneficial impact on sleep quality. Some evidence suggests that music also could also improve how quickly people fell asleep and increase sleep duration, but more research is needed. And music can improve motivation. I'm just go ahead and say it. When you're in the gym, you're throwing the weights up in the air, you're gonna put on some bone crusher, some Pastor Troy, some zero, you're gonna throw the weights all over the place. And one study found that people exercise significantly longer when listening to music than without. Another study found that listening to high tempo music during high intensity exercises can improve performance without causing people to feel like they are exerting themselves harder. In other words, while you might be exercising harder, it doesn't feel harder when you're listening to music. Number eight, music can improve the mood. Another science backed benefits of listening to music is that it just might make you happier. Research suggests that listening to music can help boost your happiness, mood, and subjective well being in several ways. It helps enhances social connections, particularly during shared musical experience like concerts. We can agree about that. Or, be like we should be at the club, house of blues, bounce around, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It also supports better cognitive health in older adults. Playing an instrument can improve cognition and well-being. Combining music with dance and movement can help improve mood and well being. Music can help marginalized people feel more connected and empowered and increase in overall well being of self esteem. I'm pretty sure we got some more Be Live. I'm just going to look at it real quick. Music may reduce symptoms of depression. Researchers have also found that music can be a safe and effective treatment for a variety of disorders, including depression. One study found that music therapy was a safe, low risk way to reduce depression and anxiety in patients suffering from neurological conditions such as dementia, stroke, and Parkinson's disease. And number 10, music can improve endurance and performance. While research has found that synchronizing body movements to music can lead to better performance and increased stamina, the effect tends to be the most pronounced in cases of low to moderate intensity exercise. In other words, the average person is more likely to reap the rewards of listening to music more than a professional athlete might be. So, yeah, that's it. All the top 10 in a nutshell, and I'm damn near out of breath. So I'll go ahead and make this quick. Be Live, no, Be Live can tell you, Kev. Be Live, there was a time where I was aspiring to be a rapper, and Be Live seen it from the beginning to where it is now. and he seen the countless hours of creativity, productivity, and like how was it good for how music was good for my mental health is that it helped me to be around my best friends and be able to showcase my talents and skills as an artist, as a musician. And also it just all kind of memories, man. Like there's this one particular skit on this one particular album involving a big old gold chain. B Live knows what I'm talking about.
Done with it.
He posted it he posted in the he sent it to me in the chat like a month ago. I didn't even open it and play it. I already knew what was going on. So, music can it can have various effects on your mental health, like it said in the article, be it positive or negative or put you in a position or just keep it together. But music is a very intricate part of my life, and it'll be like that to the day they throw that dirt on me and that cold, cold dirt. Somebody else talk. Yeah, what say you?
You know, as and with me being the youngest person in this group, I've come to find out that a lot of those things are true, but it's also the genre of music because not everybody's genre of music will fit the next person. Me, I can bounce in between Tay Tay, Taylor Swift, or I could go in between Colt Ford. I could go between Demon Jones, and I could go back to Dr. Dre. But it's all about in the moment of the timing of what's going on that, you know, you got to listen to what helps lift your spirits, what helps bring you up. So it comes down to one of those points that it's just one of those things that music can be an all around God given gift. But like the old time saying is that music is the gateway to the soul. You can tell a lot about a person by sometimes just listening to their playlist and seeing what actually goes on through their head, through their mental capability, through their everyday life.
And
I don't even,
B Live's trying to take me out in the middle of the episode.
ah,
I had to share it with Kevin so
he
he could
had
listen
to.
to it and be like, what in the hell are they talking about? Oh my God!
Oh,
What year did this even come out? The Ludacris "Disturbing the Peace" album.
Oh
What?
God.
oh my God, that sounds like
Whoop that
oh
trick.
oh
That
three.
era.
But man, when it comes to music, it is it is had such a big impact on my life. Not only like from as a child, um, then I joined band in sixth grade, and I played concert band, jazz band, marching band, all the way up until my 11th grade year. And then while I was in college, that's when I got into music production and doing that into the wee hours of the night, creating music. I wasn't a rapper, but I was the producer. I was behind the scenes, and then becoming an MC, and then becoming a karaoke DJ, and then even when I was in church, I played the keyboard in church. So I've every genre out there. I've been on all aspects of the music. But when it comes to mental health, um, I apply it more now than I've ever done before because there's certain times in life where you want to block out the noise.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. Like, and I do this, and I use this word, and as much as religiously. If you ever see me out and if I got my one earbud in, I always put one earbud in so I can hear people if they're literally trying to get my attention or whatever. So I'm not blocking them completely out. But I'm listening to gospel music all the time. It is a calming, soothing. It grounds me back to like it. No matter what I could be doing out here in this crazy world that we live in, I try to bring myself back to, hey. admonishing, worship, praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's all. I've always been. I've been in some deep, dark places. I've been lost, and it seems to bring me back. This story I want to share because this I consider this the lowest of the low. For those that may not know, y'all, I know y'all know, I spent 5 months behind a wall in Cumberland County Detention Center for my own doing, out here swerving, out here acting a fool, and they said, no, no, you doing the most, and it brought it. Yeah, I was in a bad place. I lost my freedom. And it was one particular evening, and I'm thankful for the resources that were there. They allowed me to listen to music through this I forget exactly how it came about, but I could listen to music through headphones, whatnot, through commissary, and it was one particular song by Ty Tribbett. It was called "He Turned It." And it starts off, the devil thought he had me. I thought my life was over. But he turned it. And God turned it around for me. That I was able to, after serving my little piece of time, I was able to come out and read. And it's been a complete rebuild of my life. I lost everything. And when I got back out, this was back in 2019, well, the late 2018, where I saw freedom again, and that song continued to resonate. And it was always one of those things where no matter what I'm going through, no matter what the situation may be before me, I always revert back to that particular song. He turned it. Like the situations, everything I'm going through, it just reminds me never to give up. God has a bigger plan for me. And so I know some of our listeners maybe not be on the spiritual, the religious uptick of things, and that's totally your choice. I'm here for whichever, whatever, however you believe. If you believe in a higher power, if you believe in that, then if you don't believe in that, it's okay too. That's a choice that you can make and everything like that. I just want to put that's my spiritual upbringing, and it's worked for me. It's allowed me to still be here when even through the darkest of times. It's been there for me when I and help motivate and encourage others. Whenever I see somebody that's going through it, I just like, hey, I can tell them my own personal testimony. And music was such a big part of that because just listening to the song, listening to that song, listening to the music that I do listen to. And I'm actually going to send you guys another song I just heard the other day that's just the rendition of it. So powerful. The rhythm, the sound, I get goosebumps. It is like it gives you energy. Everything that Ed read in that article, like I want to emphasize that tenfold. Music has a power that just seems to be uplifting, especially through anything that you're going through. And so I I can attest to how important music is. I don't know exactly how someone else would apply it to their life, but it's just again, it's a source. There's all types of different genres out there. People enjoy their particular types of music, but I can tell you firsthand, just my own personal experience of how impactful music is. And then on top of that, you add the entertainment value to when I'm a karaoke DJ, I see how much music affects other people. Like when they get up on stage and they feel like they're the center of attention. They get up there and sing to their heart's desire. I see the look on people's faces, and they do it on a week to week. I mean, I'm like, aren't y'all tired of karaoke? Y'all do it
Hell no.
every single week. But man, it music has such a profound impact, and I am all for it when it comes to mental health. I just there's very few things I need in this life. Music is something that I need to
Yeah.
get through certain things.
Absolutely.
I need it, and
Um, One thing I do want to say, I was looking on TikTok the other day, and music is a blessing in disguise because the pastor was saying that him and his daughter were listening to "I Believe I Can Fly," and like he's quoting verses while in church, and then he said that his daughter looked at him and said, "Dad, I want to go practice basketball." Daughter never wanted to pick up basketball, never wanted to touch it, but it's one of those things. Not to get too spiritual, but you know, the big man upstairs always has a higher plan, and if he had perfect people, nobody could be touched by anything that he put here. And I believe music is one of those things because, like you said, B, no matter what you're going through, no matter your circumstance, no matter your mental health, no matter your day to day, every activity, music is one of those things that always attracts people to people. But the thing is that when sometimes you use it for a higher purpose and sometimes you use it for a deeper meaning, half of the time we don't realize that most of the people that are putting out the music that they're putting out are broken people. And one of the things that pastor said is that God uses broken people's gifts to touch broken people, to bring
Mhm.
people to that higher calling, that higher power, Allah, Buddha, whatever you want to believe in. And that's that's why I say like the upon on what you were talking about is that music is one of the biggest gateway drugs ever, in my opinion. To
yeah,
really put it in layman's terms, because you could be mad as piss at a coworker, mad as piss at something of a situation that happened, and there's that one song that either unlocks a core memory that like just has you sitting there bouncing your head and you're sitting there grooving and you're sitting there jamming, and then all of a sudden you're like, what was I even mad for?
Yep. Yeah, you're right about that. For me, man, like music be like I would tell you, man, when it comes to me, man, music is everything from being a practicing performer to like, for example, like last Thursday, I was trying, get my apartment together, coming out the gym, showering, taking care of myself, shaving everything. I put on just this real random mix of music. And it
Mm,
was everything from Johnny Gill to Mint Condition and pretty much anything in between, you name it. It started slow and then went something fast. And like even now, like before it's all said and done, before it's all said and done, I've been seeing everybody doing that line dance to that Morgan Wallen Dangerous and Twister mashup. I'm going to learn that dance before the end of this year
oh,
summer.
I
I'm going
thought you
to
was
learn
talking
that
about
dance.
where them fans at.
oh,
Where them
I thought
fans at?
I
Boots on
thought
the
that was
ground.
where you would go. That's
No, that's 803 fresh. But no, I'm gonna lead the fans to the ladies, but I'm gonna learn this dangerous this Morgan Wallen this line dance someone created. I will learn it before the end of the summer. Guarantee you that. But yeah, I'm saying like music, like even when I go to work, when I want to set a, especially at that job, when I want to set a tone mentally, I listen to something like Zero. I listen to Lil Kiki. I was born and raised in South, so I like a lot of South stuff, man. So I'll listen to that. I'll listen to some New York stuff, some Midwest stuff, man, just to get my mind right and get myself into the frame of mind to go into work and to be productive. And that dates all the way back, like when we used to go to high school and everything. Friday night, what we playing? Pastor Troy, ain't no more playing GA. We in South Carolina, but we don't care. We I mean, man, if you getting hyped before a football game, but you don't want to blow yourself up too early, but man, like I'll just finally I'll just say, man, music is everything. It has a good effect on your mental health. And then again, there's some songs I can't listen to because they'll trigger me and they'll remind me of certain moments and certain things, and I can't listen to them. So yeah, music has an overall effect on my mental health, but for the most part, it's been good, great, and beneficial.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and music is everywhere. Name one business that you go into where you don't hear music. Restaurants, retail stores, the whole 9 yards, just
The
something in the
bathroom.
background.
The bathroom, yep.
Yeah, it is a part of everyday life, and it absolutely changes the mood, and you set the mood depending on the atmosphere that you want. And music has such a profound impact on that. Every sporting event, I mean, just it brings out like it's a control. It's almost a controlling factor. Like it's such an impactful
It's a
thing.
gateway drug.
Oh yeah, and it's everyday part of it. So we embrace it, we enjoy it, we apply it to whatever we need to do. But if we're looking to relax, check. If we're looking to be hype, check. If we're looking to go, like all kinds of things when it comes to music.
Go ahead and say a little lovey-dovey.
all the things. But yeah, with that being said, Zoom is doing what it do, but I'm glad that we had this opportunity to talk about music and its profound impact. And we remind people each and every Wednesday, each and every day when needed, to always and forever, let's check
Check
in.
in. And we'll see you next week. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We love you. Episode 66 of the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast. And we out.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Spread the word.
You better. Like peanut butter.
Later, y'all.
Thank you for listening to the Wellness Check Wednesdays podcast. Please join us every week, Wednesdays on Zoom at 6 p.m., and join our Facebook group for updates and to participate. We care about your mental health, so let's check in.